Welcome back to my channel. The subject we are going to discuss today is what lies beyond nature. Some time back, I have explained about the cycles within cycles. Okay, here I said wheels within wheels. So, what are these wheels we discussed then? Here, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube come together to form 6 cube. You may say what happens below 3 cube. Let's say below 3 cube there are 2 cube and 1 cube. So 1 cube and 2 cube form the firmament 3 square. So 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 1 plus 8 is 9. So 3 square is earth. That is, they form the firmament of earth, and moon is associated with earth. 3 square is earth, 3 cube is moon. So this 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube form 6 cube. In the next wheel, we'll have 6 cube, 8 cube, 10 cube. So let us restrict ourselves. There are even wheels above this, which are 12 cube, 16 cube, and 20 cube, forming 24 cube. Right? It goes on and on. This process literally goes on and on. So yesterday when I said here, this is 6 cube, purely Taramasa, 9 cube, 10 cube. So 6, 8, 10 together form 12 cube. Okay. What is 12 cube? 12 cube is nothing but the Milky Way. Milky Way is galaxy. Milky Way is 12 cube. In the sense, beyond 9 cube, of course 10 cube is there, but the system beyond, as I told you, three cubes come together to form higher cube. 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube come together to form 6 cube, and after that 6 cube, 8 cube, 10 cube come together to form 12 cube. That is the Milky Way. So even after Milky Way, as I shown you just now, even after Milky Way, we have 12 cube, 16 cube, and 20 cube. They form 24 cube. In the sense, if 3 cube is considered the mother, female aspect, 4 cube is considered the male aspect, the sun, 3 cube is moon, or it is equated to silver, and 4 cube is male, 4 cube is considered, sun is considered gold, is equivalent of gold, and 5 cube is a metal which basically adds weight. to this system. Female, 3 cube is female or electron we can call. 4 cube is male or proton. 5 cube is like the neutron which just adds weight. It doesn't participate in the system. Activities that go on in the system, it doesn't participate, it keeps aloof away. That is neutron. So in the next system, what is the basically electron? The electron of the next system is 6 cube. 6 cube is the electron, 8 cube is the proton, 10 cube is the neutron. Okay, so 8 cube is like the male aspect. 6 cube is female, 8 cube is male, 10 cube is again neutron. So you can say 8 cube is the basis of 8 cube is the one which gets you the energy, required energy, or you can say the Purusha. Purusha, this 8 cube, or you can say the Krishna. That is why they say Bhumi, Gaya, or the Bhudevi, as we call in Sanskrit. Bhumi is spouse of Krishna, they say. And together they fight Narakasura, who is child of Bhumi only. Here, if you come here, this is Bhu. 3 square was the earth here. But when you come here to this level, 6 square is the Bhumi. This is a continuous evolution in the sense, if you look at this sphere 6 cube, the highest entity is 6 cube only. That is Saturn. But when you go here, Saturn becomes the Earth, in the sense, next Earth. The future Earth is Saturn. Saturn is Earth. 8 cube is basically the Sun. So here we should always, I think I should have explained, I explained this a very long time before, but maybe I need to explain it once again. The planets are squares, the stars are cubes. So the planet, very first planet, or the Mercury, is 1 square. 1 square has spouse is 1 cube, which is nothing but Agni, fire. 2 square is Venus. 2 squares spouse is Vayu, 2 cube. 3 square is Earth. Earth's spouse is Moon, in the sense these are CGGs, as we call them, CGGs. Though this CGG, Earth's CGG is Moon, and 4th planet is Mars, 4 square. His CGG is Sun, 4 cube. 5th planet is Guru or Brihaspati or the Jupiter. Jupiter's spouse is Rudra, 5 cube. 6 square is Shani, the planet itself, and Shani's spouse is 6 cube, Saturn, or the Cronus. in Greek mythology. So this Cronus is spouse of 6 square. So if you go on like that, 7 square, Rahu. Rahu's spouse is 7 cube. 7 cube is generally what we call Christ. Okay, 7 is associated with Christ. So Rahu's spouse is Christ. 8 square, the Ketu. 8 square, with 8 square ends this cycle actually. With Ketu, it ends. So 8 square's spouse is 8 cube, that is Krishna. That is why they say Krishna subdued Kaliya. So completely, the Ketu is the tail of a snake. So Krishna subdues the snake. So 8 cube, when you reach 8 cube, it is basically, that is why they say this whole thing till 8 square will be the spouse of Krishna. But beyond Krishna, 9 square is there, that is 27, 9 cube is there, and 9 square is 81. That 81 spouse is 9 cube, right? But here, if you look at levels of energy, at the 9th level itself, the 8 cube which represents Krishna, if that is 8 cube is 512, this 512 is a total of 9th level, in the sense Krishna himself can handle till 9 cube. So here this 9 cube also can be handled by Krishna. So all in all, Krishna is the energy getter, the Purusha, the aspect of Vishnu, or the, what do you call, in Greek mythology, the aspect of Uranus, basically. This is still 6, it is Cronus. 7th is Uranus, and above 7th, 8 is actually in Greek mythology. The original order was like there is a god called Phanes. Phanes is basically the first, supposed to be the first king of the gods or the universe, basically. So he had golden wings, and he had a scepter in his hand. He was the first actual being, the divine being. So he passed on his scepter to his daughter Nyx, and equivalent to 9 cube or 81 square, and then 9 square, 81. So he passed on his scepter to Nyx. Nyx passed on her scepter to Uranus. Uranus, and Uranus passed on his scepter to Cronus. From Cronus, Cronus passed on his scepter to Zeus. So if you take that hierarchy, then you can say above 9 cube, you can say this is the Nyx. Here, this is Phanes. Phanes, the first male, basically the first divinity, aspect of divinity, he passed on his scepter to 9 cube. 9 cube passed on scepter to 8 cube. 8 cube passed on it to 7 cube. 7 cube to 6 cube. 6 cube to 4 cube. You can say 6 cube to 5 cube, 4 cube, 3 cube. It goes on like that. But right now, what we call the Zeus and Poseidon, they represent the Olympians are sons of Cronus, that is 6 cube. So 6 cubes, who are 6 cube sons? 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube. So 3 cube is what do you call, Hades. 4 cube is Zeus. 5 cube is Poseidon. So those are the gods. And same similarly in Hindu mythology, you can say, if you take this as the universe, basically it is this big and even bigger. But if you take only up to this, 5 cube is Shiva, 4 cube is Vishnu, 3 cube is Brahma. That is why it is actually it is a flip version. Basically, they flipped the heaven. Above 6 there is 8, above 8 there is 10, and above these there is 12, right? So instead, what they did was they reversed the order and said the fifth one, 5 cube is the highest one, 4 cube is next, 3 cube is next. If you look at that, that order is good. But what they don't tell is that these three together make 6, and 6 is the least in the next wheel, right? 6 cube, 8 cube, 10 cube make 12 cube. So 6 cube is the least. That means 6 cube is like the female part, 8 cube is a male part, 10 cube is a neutral part, and 12 cube is a total system. So 12 cube, when we say 12 cube is the Milky Way. Okay. So after Milky Way also we have, I always tell you the same, the 12 cube is here. So let us 12 cube is here, literally here in this figure. So after 12 cube also there is universe, right? So that, what is the next wheel? 12 cube, 16 cube, 20 cube, together forming 24 cube. Here the next sphere will be 24 cube, 24 system of 24 cube. So we haven't even reached this level. We are about to reach this level. This is the zodiac, 12 zodiac 12 constellations. Zodiac constellations are at 12 cube. That is, this is 6 cube, this is 8 cube, there is 10 cube here, 12 cube. So if you pass this, still you will be inside the 12 constellations, right? So till here you can say what we call the fate, or the what do you call what is the other word for fate? Providence. That providence applies only till here, right? So in the next system, 12 cube is the mother, female, 16 cube is male, father, and 20 cube is neutral. So as we are, we haven't even reached this level. We are struggling here somewhere. Here we are just now. We are breaking this 6 cube Saturn and entering Rahu or Uranus Tala, in the sense the realm of Uranus, where Uranus is the Earth, new Earth. So we haven't even gone here. So it doesn't make much sense to discuss things about this. But yet, if you want to know what lies beyond 9 cube nature, this is what lies beyond nature. 12 cube, the Milky Way, is what lies beyond 9 cube. And for Milky Way, 16 cube is the sun. Sun in the sense SUN. Actually, 16 cube is the male aspect, that is the Purusha. That is why I started with 16 cube. 16 cube is the Purusha. Then once this whole system is formed, 12 cube will become Prakriti. So I hope you are getting what I am driving at. You see, this is a continuous evolution, is a continuous process in which the Prakriti goes on increasing. You see, earlier when everything began, there was only one square. One square was the Mercury. Mercury formed, and fire was its spouse. Then it extended evolution. In the evolution, two square formed, Venus formed. Venus spouse is Vayu, or the air. Erebus, or Erebus they call it in Greek terminology, I think. I'm not sure. So first it was basically one square, the fire, then air as the spouse. Third one, three square, it was earth, and earth spouse was three cube, moon, and four square was Mars. Four squares spouse CGG was Sun. Five square was Jupiter. Five square CGG was 5 cube, that is the Betelgeuse, or Rudra. And 6 square formed. 6 square, that is why 6 squared is split. Actually 6 squared is not a solid planet. It is Saturn has rings, in the sense it is in the stage of solidification. Once Saturn also becomes a firmament, as we call it, firmament, where we can live like on Earth, then its spouse is 6 cube. 6 cube is nothing but Saturn. The Satan, Saturn is spouse of 6 square, and that Saturn is actually the combination of 3 cube, 4 cube, and 5 cube. So that is 6 cube. So that 6 cube is the spouse of the planet Saturn. And 7 square Rahu, or Uranus. Uranus spouse is 7 cube. 8 square is Ketu. 8 squares has spouse CGG is 8 cube. The character we call Krishna in Hindu mythology. And 9 square, 81. 81's spouse is basically a 9 cube. 9 cube is actually, in Hindu mythology, ninth avatar is Buddha. So Buddha masters 9 square. And there is 10 square. 10 square, if it when it forms, 10 squares CGG is 10 cube, Kalki. So after Kalki, in Hindu mythology, we don't have the names for the rest of them. So this whole thing is called Brahmaloka. So that is why I call this as a Brahma. But basically, this 16 cube is more like the Vishnu, character of Vishnu. Vishnu, 16 cube is just something like what 4 cube is for this present system, 16 cube is for the future system. Future system, for which the Milky Way is the female mother, 16 cube is father, male, and 20 cube is neutral, that is basically it just adds weight to the system. The whatever is equivalent to neutron, it is that entity. So that is the future system. Future system starts from 12. But there is another cycle, in the sense, another wheel, wheel within wheel. This is the first wheel, 3, 4, 5 is first wheel, 6, 8, 10 is second wheel, but there is another wheel which is somewhat unnatural in the sense in which 9 cube is the female mother, 12 cube is father, and 15 cube is the neutral figure, neutron. So that is why, that's how I always say at the 12 cube level, this energy level is 4096, in the sense this is 16 cube. So that is why I say there is a one unnatural what do you call wheel here, in which 9 cube becomes a mother. 9 cube is female, as we all know. 9 cube, that is 27 square, is a female. Here this is female only, but 12 cube, which is supposed to be the female or the mother of next level, mother of next cycle or wheel, becomes father. So 12 cube assumes the duty of 16 cube. That is very, this is the system comprising 9, 12 and 15 is unnatural anomaly. That is the anomaly that I always tell you about, this anomaly. So basically 15 cube is the neutron, 12 cube is proton, 9 cube is electron here, and together they form 18 cube. So that 18 cube is basically what we call R, triple R. So that triple R means here, probably, no, not here, maybe here, yes, here you have 9 cube, 12 cube, 15 cube forming 18 cube. So this is the triple R, or you say, if you call these Fians, these are aliens, this can be called Aryans. So that is what I doubt is, this is the system to which the Aryan race belongs. So yeah, here, so as you can clearly see, when we discuss what lies beyond 9 cube, there are two possibilities, in the sense 9 cube, 12 cube, 15 cube coming together forming 18 cube here, from here to here, or 12 cube, 16 cube and 21 cube, which I haven't shown, 20 cube coming together to form 24 square. So these are the two different possibilities. But what is natural is, here we have 6 cube, 8 cube, 10 cube forms 12 cube. So the next, obviously the next cycle should be till 12 cube, which is right. The 12 signs in the zodiac, so 12 constellations in the zodiac, till there we are surrounded by them. So the 12 cube system is still here. From here to here, it is the 12 cube, which is natural. So from 12 cube, 12 cube should, along with 16 cube and 20 cube, should form 24 cube. That is the next, that should have been the next system. But there is an intermediate system which actually involves 9 cube, 12 cube, and 15 cube, in which 12 cube plays the role of father. So I think I explained it. Whatever I wanted to explain, I have explained, I think, by now. So let us discuss another aspect. Yesterday, I told you about this system, the 6 cube. Within 6 cube, there is 14 squares. There are 14 squares, 15 square bow lies above the system. M is 13. 14 is odd man out here. The 14 is Seth, the younger brother of Osiris. This is Osiris 15 square. The 14 square is Seth. But leaving Seth, he actually Osiris and Mary, that is that 13 square, 15 square, 13 square together give birth to 5 cubes. So that is the story of O and M, that is Osiris and Mary or Isis. But I told you there is another universe here which extends till 25 square. Why? So who is the spouse of Y? We didn't discuss that. Basically yesterday I forgot to explain that. So here 25 is Ya, the letter Y, which is Ya in Sanskrit. So the Ya, who is spouse of Ya? Here, O's spouse was M, right? O is Osiris, M is Mary. So Osiris' wife was Isis or Mary. Whereas here, Ya's spouse, we didn't discuss. Ya's spouse, 25 square spouse, is 23 square. 23, which is the 23rd letter? 23rd letter is W. That is why in Egyptian mythology, we have a protector goddess, a goddess who protects Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. Okay, so both Egypts, let's say if this is Upper Egypt, this is Lower Egypt, then this goddess W, she is called Wadjet, Wadjet, Wadjet. That Wadjet, who is actually in the form of a cobra, spreading hood, protects this Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt, they say. So that is the W. So she is the spouse of Ya. Ya is basically what we call the Poseidon Yankee character, and his wife is W. His spouse is W. W is Wadjet. So that is why basically the Egyptian kings wear a crown which will have at the top of their head, there will be a cobra, hood of cobra. So here they will have the hood of the cobra and the crown. That is called uraeus, I think, the crown which has the cobra's hood in the center. It encircles their head, and at the forehead, just above the forehead where they wear the crown, that crown has a hood of a cobra. So that is W. So I think yesterday I forgot to include this because O and M are the pair, 15th and 13th squares. 25 and 23 are the pairs above this. So, but still these are very much below our Milky Way. Milky Way is the actual mother mother of this galaxy. From here to here, she is the mother, he is the father. 16 cube, the core. The sun at the core of Milky Way galaxy, the energy source for Milky Way galaxy is the father. The father, as far as Milky Way galaxy is concerned, 12 cube is the mother, 16 cube is the father, 20 cube is the neutron. Meaning, when this whole system completely forms just like 6 cube, then for 6 cube, 5 cube is the neutron which adds weight, and for this whole system when it completely forms 20 cube, it will be the neutron which adds weight to the system. Meaning, once 20 cube forms, this whole system will have been solidified. That is, that would have become completely material world as 6 cube did. 6 cube, 12 cube, the immediately next to us is 12 cube. 12 cube will have become the solid system. It is already, in a way, it is skeletally, it is already there. The skeleton is already there because 12 cube, 12 constellations are there till here. So we are surrounded with these 12 constellations. That is, skeleton is already there, but it is not completely solid material world. So after this 12 cube forms, the 24 cube will form out of 12 cube, 10 cube, 16 cube, and 20 cube. Yeah, I think I'm done with what I wanted to tell today. So yesterday, this W part I forgot. 25, 25 CGG spouse is 23 cube or square rather. This is all in the square world. So, and of course, when we go to the cube world, 12 cube is mother, Milky Way. 16 cube is the sun at the core of Milky Way. The sun we have is 16 cube, and 20 cube I haven't shown here, which is will be the neutron adding weight to the system, and the whole system here will be x x x, that is the Xians. The Arians are till 15 cube, 9 cube, 12 cube, and 15 cube comprise Aryans. And after Aryans, the next race would be 12 cube, 16 cube, 20 cube, uh, totaling up to 24, which is X. So Xians, you can say, probably we can call them the X generation X. Okay. Yeah, with that I conclude the video for today. Let us meet some other time with some other interesting subject. Thank you very much for watching the video. Bye.